Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. Today's been, I think, it's been a fascinating day. I really enjoyed watching the debate, and here they are between obviously Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And for me, it's been absolutely fascinating because watching the debate, but also watching the markets, the movement in the markets as they're talking was just a classic. And you could really see that as they felt Hillary Clinton was doing well, and after the debate was finished and all the pundits were saying, oh, I think Hillary's won, you could see the Dow futures starting to move up. It's different times in the debate. Then Trump started really well, you could see the Dow futures starting off and gold starting to move up. But what it really does underline today, this was a classic sort of run of what we're talking about here at Equity Story. The markets are absolutely terrified of Donald Trump becoming the next president of the United States of America, and just the idea of it, and they're watching even the debate really closely. You can see the markets either selling off, or if Clinton does well, they're going up. This morning as well, before the debate started, it was the first time Donald Trump is now neck and neck with Hillary Clinton. Social media afterwards, most people on social media, I think Donald Trump was winning 65-35, although the journalists thought Clinton won. Social media, the man in the street, they're all voting for Donald Trump. So it's going to be really, really interesting. The next few weeks, I think the markets are just going to move with these polls, to be honest with you. But what I do feel, and what we said it before, I think Mr. Trump is going to win. I think that the man in the street is behind him, and the reason we're saying that is basically that the issues in America are a lot worse than I think what we're talked about, and certainly Flyover America is really suffering. That is why we're very happy today in some ways to do a few things. First of all, take some more profits, take a nice little 17% on BWX. Yes, we love the story, but we don't want to be in this story if the markets really come off pretty strongly. This was trading about 450 not long ago. Had a nice little jump up because one of the big sort of share advice companies in Australia put it as a buy, and I think that's given us a nice excuse really to get out and book some profits. And they did the same with Adasol. Actually, they put that as a buy, and I felt that gave us a nice chance to get some profits out of Adasol as well, which we took a nice little 40% on the other day. So Equity Story, we're keeping true to what we've talked about, looking to just get more money into cash, take more profits, and just get ready in case, and I'm only saying in case these markets fall, because if they do, we want to have cash that we can go in and buy stocks. What we did today, also on the trending, we cut the two banks. We did have a little dividend on CBA, but we cut those banks. We had to take a small loss on them, simply because they just weren't behaving, or they weren't trending how we hoped they would trend. And to be honest with you, I think with all the issues around the Deutsche Bank, I just think the sentiment is just not going to be on the bank's side, especially obviously if the market is coming off. So we've gone where we feel comfortable to be at the moment in gold, and two great gold trends. And obviously one, Northern Star, we were talking about the other night, just a fantastic little movement, great little swing, the way this chart's moving. Great company. It's not on a high valuation. It's got a lot of cash in the bank, and again, just warming up to this absolutely fantastic little buy signal. And again, Evolution looks absolutely stunning. And these are sort of trends we should always be in, and I think Evolution again looks absolutely fantastic. So I think this really goes, we're trending these stocks, obviously they look good, but it goes with our thought process as well, where we think the markets potentially could go in the short term. And I think we could do very, very well on Northern Star and Evolution, hopefully over the next few months. Just say the other stocks, they're fine. I mean, BAP, I mean, this is one, Babcock, they're actually doing a capital raise today. They're doing an acquisition. I had a phone call today saying, Dave, do you think obviously it'll go down to where the raise? I don't think so. I had a look at the acquisition. I think it looks really, really good. I'm sort of hoping this does a little bit like what Catapult did when Catapult did an acquisition. Instead of the the share price initially went down, but then it bolted up that day about sort of 15%, because the market thought this acquisition was excellent. And I think this acquisition that Bapcor have done is excellent, and I'm hoping this could have a nice move up when it reopens with the acquisition and not get sold down to where they've raised the money. Obviously ORE just holding that long-term trend. SIP, FXL, again, these are two which have held up really well in a horrible period, and we might cut them fairly soon. I'll just give them another day or so, but we want to go into stocks. If they're not moving, then let's just get the money into cash, or we'll get them into gold stocks, or we'll go into something which is moving up. Obviously, there's a limit to how many stocks we're trending at a time, and that's important. We've trended so far this year 130 times. We're sort of holding 3 of them that sort of went against us, companies we like, but really we don't want to be holding more than 2 or 3, and that works really well with our system of how we trend. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for listening to Equity Story. I think we're in for a fascinating period of time over the next month, and I think we can really enjoy these elections and these price movements, how obviously the market is going to move compared to obviously who looks like they're going to be the next president of the United States of America. Anyway, thank you very much, and sorry, just before I go tonight, LOM, absolutely fantastic, up 12% today. I don't know if it's a sign, but they are looking for the elusive pipe, the source of the $1 million diamonds, and hopefully it won't be too long if they find that. And like I said before, I think buying around these sort of levels, the company's certainly worth this sort of level. And if they do find the elusive source, well, this could be I don't know, could be $3, $4, $5. It's hard to put a price on it. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to Equity Story, and I look forward to bringing you the report tomorrow night. Good night.